So several weeks ago, Donald Trump got on Truth Social and begged Republicans in the House of Representatives to stop these investigations. Do something, he said. Do something were the words he used. Republicans in Congress, this is up to you. You've got to save me. And none of them stepped up to save him. Of course, Matt Gaetz said he was going to create standalone legislation that was going to defund Jack Smith's office, like just Jack Smith's office. And as far as I've seen, that legislation never materialized. So Matt Gaetz talked a big game, but then didn't come through for the big guy. And Donald Trump has noticed this. He noticed that his friends in Congress have not stepped up to save him. I mean, the man is drowning. You're sitting there holding the life preservers and you're not tossing them to him. So now Donald Trump has gotten on Truth Social and he has invoked a higher power. No, I'm not talking about God. Donald Trump is now begging the U.S. Supreme Court to step in and save him since his allies in Congress refused to. Here's what Trump put on Truth Social. Crazy! My political opponent has hit me with a barrage of weak lawsuits, including DA, AG, and others, which require massive amounts of my time and money to adjudicate. He throws in money, so it's like, supporters, give me money. Resources that would have gone into ads and rallies will now have to be spent fighting these radical left thugs in numerous courts throughout the country. I am leading in all polls, including against Crooked Joe. But this is not a level playing field. It is election interference, and the Supreme Court must intercede. MAGA! I just like how he ends all of them with MAGA. Like it's his trademark. Here's the thing. You are not leading in all polls. You're not leading against President Biden. President Biden is in fact beating you, except of course for that one New York Times poll this week that was pretty much an outlier showing you guys are tied, but there's actually 14% of people who are like, I don't know what I'm going to do. So yeah, Biden's beating you, and he has been beating you steadily since March of this year. Yes, you're winning in all the Republican primary polls, but none of that even matters any at all for any of this. Nothing. Here's the thing. Donald Trump keeps claiming election interference, and that's why he wants the Supreme Court to intercede. They cannot intercede, of course, obviously, because he hasn't filed a lawsuit, but even if he did file a lawsuit, the Supreme Court cannot just straight up say, yeah, you're right, these investigations are over. They do not have that power, so they can't do anything about it. If you get convicted, of course, you could then appeal up to them and we'll see what happens. But until then, the Supreme Court can't even step in to help you if they wanted to, but they've actually made it pretty clear in other cases that you have appealed to them that they're not just going to go out of their way to help you for the sake of helping you. But let's talk about the election interference claim real quick. Donald Trump claims that he is being persecuted and prosecuted because he is running for president and he's doing so damn well in the polls, right? He announced he was running for president on November 15th of 2022 last year. Each and every one of these investigations that he is talking about began prior to him running for president. Now, Jack Smith, of course, had not been appointed yet, but the DOJ was conducting the investigations into January 6th and the documents. So those investigations were ongoing when Trump announced he was running. They put a special prosecutor on it so they could distance themselves, which was the right thing to do. Technically, they should have done it from the very beginning, but they didn't, so whatever. Anyway, the Georgia investigation has been going on for 2.5 years. New York investigation has been going on for many years as well. Actually began while he was president. So all of these things that Trump is saying are election interference were actually started before he ran for president. So if anything, him running for president is actually interfering in the investigations. But we know that. I've said that repeatedly. His base doesn't know it. They don't want to know it. They won't accept it even if they were told this. So it is what it is. Trump's going to keep making these claims. When he eventually loses the election next year, he's going to say it's because of the prosecutions that are a sham and all that. He is already laying the stage to have an excuse ready to go for when his campaign goes down in flames versus Biden next year. That's what he's doing, and he's trying to get his supporters ready for it now. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.